Hi boys and girls, welcome to week 4 of distance learning. Okay, you should be looking at a packet that says April 20th through 24th. Okay, you may or may not have this packet in front of you right now at the beginning of the week, but just in case you didn't know, the packets were mailed last Friday and they should be getting to your house. There is no curbside pickup this time. Okay, so in the mail you should be getting week 4, I believe, through week 9. Okay, if you don't get that sometime later on during the week, you can call the school and probably have them mail you one. But if not, you can use the copy also that's on Google Classroom, or you can go to the district website, and while you're waiting you can kind of look at the digital version of it if you have access to the internet. Okay, again, welcome to week 4. This week marks the first week of the sixth 6 weeks. Okay, so what I decided to do was I really condensed the material that I'm going to want you to turn in. I know last week we only did 10 problems. This week you're going to be really happy to know that I went ahead and just made it 5 problems. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down to the page where the agenda is shown. Okay, here is week 4, and you can see that again they have it by day. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and have you not work on these two. Okay, those are reviews from last week's assignment, so I don't want to have you have to do stuff from there again. But I am going to go ahead and assign you 5 problems from the last 3 days. Okay, so I'll put that in the message, and then I'll also announce it right now as we're going along. Okay, so we are going to start module 18. Okay, and I'll tell you which problems we're going to do as we go. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and move down. Like I said, we're going to skip all of this stuff at the beginning because it is a review from last week. Okay. We're going to go to the page that says 18.1 at the top. And I believe that is page 9. All right. So 18.1 starts the financial literacy unit. The first topic is choosing a bank. So if you look there, they talk about the different things you want to consider in choosing a bank. There's a checking account. If you didn't know, and it's an account that holds your money and lets you spend it more easily than a savings account. When you use a checking account, you have the option to use checks to pay for items. For example, if you go to Walmart, you go to H-E-B, you can write a check to pay for your items. You can also use a debit card. Okay, so you can use checks, you can use a debit card. A debit card looks like a credit card. It's used to purchase items, but the difference is that in a credit card, in a debit card, your money is going to be deducted. Whoops, wrong one. Your money is going to be deducted from your account right away. Okay, so your money, you must have money in the bank in order to use a debit card. Okay, now that is different. I'm going to skip over to the credit card. Okay, in the credit card, that really has nothing to do with your bank. Okay, a credit card is used to pay for items also, but you don't have to have money in your account right away. It's kind of like the company is giving you a loan, and then you're expected to pay it back at the end of the month. Okay, usually they bill you monthly. Okay, the other item that they talk about here is an ATM. Okay, and an ATM is a card that you use at an ATM machine to withdraw money, to take out money when you need it, but you do have to have money in your bank account. Okay, so these 3 items right here are related to your bank account. Okay, so you want to make sure that whenever you're looking at them, you think about having money in your account in order to use them. Like I said, the credit card is more of like a loan, and you can pay it back at the end of the month. If you don't pay it back at the end of the month, then they do charge you what is called interest. Okay, all right. now that you looked at that, let's go ahead and I'm going to assign you a couple of problems to do from this part of the lesson. Okay, so you're going to do number 15, number 16, and number 17. Okay, I'm going to start you off just a little bit on number 15. All right, on number 15, it tells you Miss Porter is balancing her check register after the first week in April. The transactions have occurred during this week are shown below. Okay, so if you look very carefully, this is what she starts with. Okay, she starts with $2,360. Okay, anytime that she withdraws money, that is taking away. Okay, so if she made a car payment, you're going to take away $405 from $2,360 to figure out her balance after that. Okay, so all of these withdrawals you're gonna be taking away from your balance of $2,360. Okay, deposits, okay, are when you add money to your account. Okay, so on both of these, okay, you're going to be adding them. Okay, so number 15 simply just wants to know what is the balance after everything. In other words, after you you subtract these and add these to that balance. Okay, so you're going to do number 15. Okay, you're also going to do number 16, and you're also going to do number 17. Okay, so if we go back really quickly to look at number 16, it's the same information as before. Remember, anytime you deposit anything, you are adding. Okay, anytime you have deductions, you are subtracting. Anytime you write checks, you are subtracting. Okay, all right, so 15, 16, and 17. All right, 18.2, really we're not going to do anything from here. I just want you to kind of look at this and understand that it talks about a credit report. Okay, now in a credit report is basically a report card, not of your grades, but a report card of how you manage your finances. Do you pay your bills on time? Okay, are you ever late? And so that is what a credit report is. It's a report card of how well you make your payments every month. Okay, so you just kind of want to read through here. Talks about credit history. Okay, how well you've managed your finances. Okay, and then it talks about the different parts of a credit report. Credit report will tell someone who's looking at it where you've been employed. It'll give you personal information such as your social security number, your address, your bank account, so on. It'll give them your credit history. Okay, what payments do you make every month? How much do you make on that credit card, or on that car loan, or on that house loan? Okay, and then you have different consequences, good and bad, depending on how good your credit report is. Okay, if you've got good credit, then that means you pay less interest on a loan. If you've got bad credit, you probably pay more interest, which means your payment is higher on a loan. Okay, so that's really all I wanted you to kind of look at. There are some questions that talk about it. If you want to look at them, you're more than welcome to. Okay, we're going to move on now to 18.3. 18.3 is paying for college. Okay, I know we're only in 6th grade, but you're going to see that time is going to fly, and pretty soon you're going to be looking at your options after high school. Okay, so if you look at 18.3, it says there's many expenses associated with attending college. It is not free. There are also different sources of money to pay for your college expenses. Okay, so I'm going to go through the expenses first. Okay, if you look at the expenses, okay, things that you're going to have to pay for, you're going to have to pay for tuition. Okay, you're going to have to pay for books and fees. Okay, you're going to have to pay for somewhere to live if you don't live at home. That's where room and board is. Transportation and travel. If you have a car, gas, the upkeep on your car, and then just your personal spending. Okay, going out to eat, going and doing things on the weekend. Those are all personal expenses that you're responsible for. Okay, now in order to pay for some of that cost, okay, you do have some sources of money. Okay, these right here are your sources. How can you pay for all of that? You can have get scholarships. That's money that you do not have to pay back. Usually it's academic scholarship. If you have really good grades, you can apply for different scholarships and it's free money for you. Okay, there's athletic scholarships, there's UIL scholarships. There's a lot of different types of scholarships that you can earn. Okay, but all of that is free money. Also grants. You can earn grants based on your financial situation. Those are also monies that you do not have to pay back. Okay, loans. Okay, so we've gone through those two. Loans are money that you borrow that you do have to pay back. Okay, so a loan is something that you borrow from a bank or borrow from the federal government, and you do have to pay that back after you graduate. And then work study programs, it's like having a job on campus that they pay you for. You can also get gifts like graduation gifts. People give you money to pay for college, and hopefully you or your parents have a savings where you are saving up for college or for whatever you're going to do after high school. Okay, so again, these are the expenses right here. Okay, that's what is going to cost you money. All right, and then the other side are the ways that you can pay for all those expenses. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm only going to give you a couple of problems from this lesson. So on this one, 18.3, you're only going to do number 26 and number 28. 26 and 28. So if we look at 26 really quickly. Okay, it talks about how much the first year is going to cost. It's going to cost $5,000. It says if he lives at home and attends a local junior college, he has a scholarship, meaning that's money that somebody has given him, and a grant for $1,500. He's not going to have to pay back either one of those. It says he saved $2,500, so that's more money that he has. Okay, so it wants to know how much does he need to pay for his first year of college. Okay, so just to help you out, you're going to take your $5,000, and that's the cost that he needs to pay, and then you're going to subtract all the money that he has, and whatever's left, that is what the cost of college for the first year will be for him. Okay, so you're just doing number 26. Okay, this one, and you're doing number 28. Okay, so you scroll down, number 28. Okay, so like I said, it's only 5 problems. It shouldn't take you too long. Just do your best. Okay, if you have any questions, you can message me. You can read the instructions. I'll put my phone number on there if you have any questions. Again, this is the video for week 4. Like I said, you don't have your packets probably right in front of you today, but you should get them shortly. If not, you can look at the digital versions either on the ECISD website or here on Google Classroom. Thank you. Hope you're staying safe.